Machiavelli the Don till I'm gone. He was saying this shit while he was alive. He was telling us. We were talking about it. Nigga, I'm a legend. I'm putting in mine. You better put in yours, because I'm a legend already.
Man, history a legend. You define me. John Machiavelli, bitch.
What's that name? Not motherfucking double R. What's that name, baby? You know how we do it.
Pac, he wrote me from prison, wrote me a letter. Told me that he was thinking about signing to Death Row. I was like, signing to Death Row? You just dropped Me Against the World. That album is #1 right now. That album was still #1 while he was in jail for the rape case. I was like, I don't think you need to sign to Death Row. I mean, you got your own star quality. You doing movies like you don't, what can they give you that you don't have? The blackness shit that Pac was doing, that shit in its own way is gangster. Panthers, to me, is more gangster than any of this run around, shoot 'em up rap shit that cats be on. So what Death Row was doing and what Tupac was, to me, didn't seem like a good mix. Just, it seemed conflicting with what Tupac was to me. And that's what I mailed up, licked, stamped, and sent back to him. So when I get the next letter back, he was like, this nigga talking about coming to get me. Suge talking about sign with me and I'm gonna get you out of jail. I get it. I still thought it was a terrible move.
Only Gab can do it like this. Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building. And this is MAKAVELI Media. So Tupac's longtime homeboy, Richie Rich, spoke in an interview on how he warned Tupac not to go to Death Row Records. And let me be clear. I don't think Richie Rich is necessarily blaming Suge Knight and Death Row Records for what happened to Tupac. I think he is more so looking at it as if, you know, situations were allowed to happen because Tupac was with Death Row Records that maybe wouldn't have happened if Tupac had continued, you know, his rap career somewhere else. Now, I know for a fact that Richie Rich is speaking for itself, but a whole lot of other people felt the exact same way that Richie Rich did about Tupac signing with Death Row Records. I mean, from Tupac's family to, you know, former rap members from different groups, homeboys, friends, associates. Everybody was kind of scratching their head to why Tupac would be willing to go to Death Row Records. A lot of people didn't like the idea. Let's be honest. In the early 90s, people were scared to death of Suge Knight. I mean, the stories, it was a legend of his own. I mean, Suge Knight was the boogeyman of hip-hop. People were scared to death. People would tell you straight up, yo, if you're out in Cali, you see Suge, go the other way, don't talk to him, don't deal with him. Scared to death of him. So, you know, when Tupac was saying he was about to sign with Suge, people was nervous, man. I ain't saying no names, but like I say, family and friends and homeboys and guys he did music with was nervous. Not they wanted Tupac to be scared of Suge. No. They knew that wasn't gonna happen. They just knew it was a bad situation. When Pac got to Death Row, they did everything they promised him. They supported him. They had his back. They put his music out there for the whole world to see it in ways that Interscope hadn't done. They gave Tupac the media push that he needed to perpetuate him into being the star that people already knew he was already. I get that. But did problems occur as far as, you know, potential danger, clashing with other crews, and what have you? Tupac was already doing that stuff without Death Row, but I think Death Row took it to a whole nother level. That's just my opinion. Did Suge love Tupac? You know, did Suge protect his investment the best he could? That's for me not to answer. I'm not sure about that. You would have to ask him that himself. But, you know, I think that was honest, and I think that was real. That Richie Rich came out and said, yo, I told Pac not to go there. Had a lot of people say that to me behind the scenes. But Richie Rich put this out there for the world ahead. He said, I told Tupac not to go to death row. Tupac wrote me letters. I told him I thought it was a bad idea. You a star already. Why are you doing this? In all honesty, I know why Tupac went. Tupac was sitting over there in that cell. You know, damn near left for dead. The record label he was on abandoned him. Couldn't get to his money. Music selling off the charts. But the money is going to legal fees and lawyers and court costs. And here comes Suge. I can get you out of here. But look here. You gotta sign your name right here on this dotted line. Give you $1 million. But you owe me 3 albums. And you know, you don't know what you'll do if you put in a situation like that. It's easy to say, I wouldn't have done it. But like I said, you sitting over there in that jail cell. Life going on outside the walls. You know, you still got enemies around you. The guards made prison a living hell for Tupac. Here comes Suge. Your freedom, stardom, or you can stay where you at. Pac chose to go. The rest is history. We don't know what would have happened if Tupac had stayed in prison. And we still don't know what would have happened if he had got out on his own. Who knows? Pac's fate still may have been the same. Who knows? But I thought this was interesting. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, don't forget to sub to the channel. This is Makaveli Media. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm your homie Gab. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.